Well, Juneteenth is more than just a time of celebration. It's a time of reflection and understanding the struggles African Americans endured during a dark period of American history.
Yeah, our Shawanda Jones walked among the tombstones of Black Americans who were born into slavery and also experienced freedom in the same life. She even explored her own family tree as a personal reminder of the hardships of pre-Reconstruction.
A lot of African Americans view Juneteenth as a time of reflection, and even my own great-great-grandfather, Bill Darn, he was born in 1849, making him a slave, but he died a free man. And today I talked with a local historian about why knowing your history is the key to a promising future.
It's like open season on African Americans.
Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation January 1st, 1863, but the news didn't make it down south until June 18th, 1865, after the Union General arrived in Texas to tell the last slaves they were indeed free. Sherman Carruthers was Oklahoma's first Black mayor, history enthusiast, and current city official for West Point, Mississippi. According to Carruthers, slaves in Oklahoma experienced several rounds of freedom before the Emancipation Proclamation was signed.
As the Union soldiers came and occupied territory, those individuals, those slaves in that area, they became free. So Oklahoma had 3 skirmishes, and I can see that the institution of slavery, Oklahoma went through it probably about 3 times, because as the Union soldiers occupied your territory, you were free. And many of the slaves, they left with the Union soldiers.
He says information for Public Work Progress Administration reports spanning back over a century holds forgotten history a lot of locals may not be familiar with.
And we have an area that we have formerly called Baptist Town, but if you go back and read the WPAs, it was called Black Town, because that's where many of the slaves occupied that territory with the Union soldiers when they were here in Oklahoma.
Tombstones may crumble and fade with time, but the knowledge of a people's history will remain long after.
And many of the Oklahonians during that time period knew that in order to have a productive community, we need to have a learned community. So education is so important. It is so important.
And that was our Shawanda Jones reporting. Now, the Oklahoma Normal College was erected 35 years after the last slave was freed. A 1964 survey reported the institution had educated 85% of all African American teachers in the Tri-County area of Chickasaw, Calhoun, and Monroe counties.